Okay, so in this video, I want to continue with our lesson on finding derivatives of functions. But in this particular case, we are going to use what is called the product rule. And I want to jump right into using examples. I'll say product rule. If say you have a function f of x, big F of x is equal to another small function f into x times g of x. If you were asked to find the derivative f prime of x, how would you go about it? So the product rule says that what you would do in this case really is to hold one and do the other, and then hold the other and do the one that you held before. So in this case, I can start off with holding g, and I'll say g of x times f prime of x plus f of x times g prime of x. And that will be the derivative of the function. You'll find other people that say, if say function g of x is equal to u of v, and then this would just say g prime of x is given by v du plus u dv, right? So it's the same thing. So let's go ahead and jump into some examples. So in this example, we'll find find the derivative of f of x is equal to 3x squared y cubed. Now, for you to be able to accomplish this, you need to know the rule that we did in our previous video, where we said if you had a function, say k to the power of n, and you were trying to get its derivative would be, we said that the derivative of such a function is obtained by dropping the power and then doing k to n minus 1. So if you're not familiar with this, please go back and watch my most recent video, my previous video. It talks about that, because in this case we're just gonna go ahead and apply this rule that we just learned, the product rule. So in this case, f I will use capital F, actually. I will say the derivative of this function right here. Let me see. I think that we maybe don't want to call it that way. I'll just say find the derivative of the expression. That way I don't confuse people in, when I say with respect to x. 3x squared y cubed. So how do we find the derivative of that expression? So the derivative of that expression, remember from what we said, that derivative of u of v is given by u dv plus v du. So in this particular case, derivative of that expression would be 3 open parentheses, because the 3 applies to all of them since it's just before all of them, in front of all of them, into 2x, right, times y cubed, right, because now we're differentiating with respect to x and holding y, plus now you want to hold x and differentiate with respect to y. So plus x squared times 3y squared, right? And when you multiply this out, you would see that you have 6xy cubed plus 9x squared, y squared. You're getting 6 because you're bringing the 3 in. This 3 multiplies with everything on the inside. So when you get 3 times 2, you get 6. And then here you have 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. And then that is x squared and y squared. So you get this as your final derivative of that expression. I kind of want to do another example on this. So we'll do a second example. So example 2. Find the derivative of the function k is equal to x cubed y to minus 2. How do you go about this one? So the way we find this one is that you're finding k prime, finding essentially the derivative of this function, which is k prime, is given by you apply the same rule. So hold 1, differentiate the other, plus hold 1, differentiate what you had before. So here I will hold minus, I'll hold y to the power minus 2. So I'll do y to the power minus 2 and then differentiate x, which will be 3x squared. Now plus, in this case, we're going to hold x, so x cubed into minus 2 and y minus 3, right? How did we get minus 3? Because you drop the power, so minus 2 drops down, and then you subtract 1. If you remember that rule, again, it's so x to the n, you drop the n, and then you have n minus 1. Got it? Okay. So in this case, our derivative k prime is given by 3x squared y to the power minus 2 minus, because of that minus right there, minus x minus 2x cubed y minus 3 to the power of minus 3. So you can leave your answer as that, or you can go forward and say k prime is equal to 3x squared, right, over y squared minus 2x cubed over y cubed. Do you remember? If you don't remember how we go from y to the power minus 3 to dropping it down and having y to the power of 3, that the power becomes positive, please go back and watch my first couple of videos, 1 or 2 of the very first videos, and it will teach you about dropping those powers, how how that goes from y to minus 3 to y plus 3. So either of these answers is correct. So whichever one you go with is correct. In the next video, I'll be talking more about the quotient rule. So thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.